Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Zahra Zakariya Abdulkareem and welcome to the Fariha Network's YouTube channel, alhamdulillah. So this very first video that we're putting out, inshallah, will be a little bit about the face behind the Fariha Network. A few weeks ago, I asked you to send in a few questions so that I can answer some questions that you really want to know about who I am, who is Zahra, and yeah, it was really interesting reading your questions. I haven't actually made a script or practiced because I wanted my answers to be very natural, so I'm going to take it from the top. There are 4 categories of questions that I'll be and yeah, let's take it from the top. So question number 1 says that tell us a bit about yourself, where did you school, how old are you, so yeah, just a bit of an intro about who Zahra Zakariya is. So my name is Zahra. I'm 25 years old. I'm married with a child. I have one daughter. Her name is Fariha, and she's 2.5 years old. And yes, the network Fariha was kind of inspired by her name. What can I say about me? So I was born in the UK, but my family decided to relocate to Nigeria in the year 2000. So when I was 9 years old in 2000, and the whole family relocated to Nigeria, and we moved to a lovely, quiet countryside town. We moved to Ibadan, and alhamdulillah, I lived in Nigeria for 5 years. I did primary 5 in Richmab Primary School on Ring Road. Hey, Richmab. And I did 4 years of secondary school, JS1 to SS1, at the Vale College in Ibadan. That's in Iyagopon GRA. And I can really say that those 5 years were kind of very momentous in my life and shaping who I am today. And I think that, the best decision that my parents made was, taking us back home. And I feel like I definitely will not be the person I am today if not for that experience. But inshallah, I'll be sharing a lot more about my childhood with you over the coming weeks, and life in Nigeria, as a pretty cool, coming home and my experience, inshallah. But for now, that's a little bit about that segment of my life. So as I said, I lived in Nigeria for 5 years, and then I returned to the UK in 2005 to finish off my GCSEs. Then I did my A-levels before going to university. I studied economics at the School of Oriental and African Studies, because I've always had a love for development, a love for Nigeria, and choosing to study at SOAS was really closely linked with my desire to come back home, come back to Nigeria, and try to do some good work in my motherland, alhamdulillah. So the next, is that enough about me? Okay, so after university, I decided to do my NYSC. And alhamdulillah, I came back home and started my NYSC 2013. I also got married in that year. Alhamdulillah, I had a baby in 2014. I had Fariha. That's also the year that I launched the Fariha Network. And it was also the year that I started working for one of the big 4 management consulting firms in the UK. So, 2014 was a very momentous year for me. And over the past 2 years, I've been working as a management consultant on the graduate training program. And, it's truly been an amazing an amazing experience. I've just been promoted to consultant, alhamdulillah. So yeah, that kind of brings us to the present day. Yes, moving on to the next question. The next question that I've been asked is, when did you start wearing the hijab? So I actually started wearing the hijab at the age of 14. That was in 2005. That was the year that I moved back to the UK from Nigeria, and the reason why I started wearing my hijab in 2014 is because I felt that it was something that I had always wanted to do, but you know, where we were schooling in Nigeria, it wasn't actually permitted for us to wear our hijab in school. And so, you know, me moving to the UK, I saw that as an opportunity to kind of turn a new leaf, start afresh, with a new set of people, and, you know, start my hijab journey. So I actually started wearing the hijab at the age of 14. And at that point in time, I used to wear it like a turban style. And I wore it as a turban style for about 2 years. Before I started, you know, wrapping my hijab at the age of 16. That was, you know, kind of the last year of secondary school. And in my end of first year, second year of college, I remember one of my really, really close friends, Barakat Uthman, shout out to Barakat. We both went to college together, and we had a prayer room in our college. And I remember I used to still wear trousers and, you know, whatever it is I wanted to, and I would wrap my hijab. Whenever we went to go and pray Salah, I would take jalabiya along with me, and I'll put it on in the prayer room. And I remember her saying one day that, "Oh, Zara, if you don't feel comfortable praying in it, why do you feel comfortable wearing it? Why do you think it's okay to wear it out?" And you know, that statement really stuck with me, and it's something that I shared with the sisters who attended the Essence Hijab Symposium in January. That, you know, if you don't feel comfortable wearing it to pray in front of your Lord, then why do you feel it is right for you to wear that, you know, about in public? So, you know, that was a turning point for me, that I started wearing jalabiyas and long skirts, and, you know, I stopped wearing trousers at that point in time. I think I was about 17. So yeah, so that's a bit about my hijab journey so far, and it's definitely a journey that I'm still very much on, and I pray that Allah makes it easy for each and every one of us. So that's the end of the intro segment. The next section that we'll be talking about is the work and career section. So, Jazakallah khair for watching our very first YouTube video. That's a little bit about who I am. I've tried to be as honest and as open as possible. I didn't want to be rehearsed because I wanted you to really get to know me. Inshallah, in the coming weeks, we'll be sharing a lot of videos with you, a lot of my, you know, inspirations, a lot of my reflections. We'll be sharing things about the network, advice for people who want to start businesses, who want to grow their business, who wants to develop a network, sell more products. People who want to improve in their deen. The first one is a little introduction about who I am. The second category will be about my work and my career as a management consultant. The third category were questions about the business and the network. And the last category were questions about, you know, marriage and family life. So those are the 4 segments that we're going to cover. We'll be sharing a lot of content, you know, to help and support you in your journey through this life, because it's not easy. And alhamdulillah, you know, if we do it together, and we support one another, and we share lessons from one another and our personal stories, then, you know, we can really start to learn from one another and develop together, inshallah, in all aspects of our lives. So Jazakallah khair again. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you've seen and you want to see more, then please subscribe. This is a new page. Please subscribe and share with your families and your friends. And also take some time out to check out the Fariha blog and our YouTube and our Instagram pages, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.